I don't know why he's like being mean to Liema or acting up. I don't know why he's that. Well, before I say anything, I'll say they are all playing games in the house, but I feel so ashamed that it's the girls that are just like having issues with themselves and the boys are just walking down freely. Well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the young puppy situation. I'm also going to be talking about Liema Mpumi Jareed situation. And to tell you guys that Mpumi has finally left the triangle, but we don't have to say anything until after Saturday party. But before I come to Z getting angry at Liema and not the young puppy. That's exactly what happens. You getting angry at the Liema for a mistake. I'm not trying to justify what Liema said because none of them walked up to Z to tell her. Just watch this clip. That's Jareed left Liema and hugged Z. Sure, you guys can see. What I want to say in the house, before anyone gets angry, just put yourself in the other person's shoes or situation. Just like Lema is feeling hurt and she's been telling young Papi that she's lost a friend in Z because it was never intentional, it was never planned. And I think I brought this gist to you guys sometimes last week when I overheard Lerato telling Papa Goose about this whole thing. And Papa Goose was like, why can't she call Liema and maybe talk to her or something? And Lerato said no, that she doesn't like meddling with people's lives and all that. But I was surprised yesterday that Lerato came and was telling young Papi that was after the yesterday was Thursday, right? Okay. That was after their whole stuff. I was telling I was after the pool party. I was telling young Papi that he owes her a favor or he owes her something. And she was just indirectly trying to say out the thing, but she didn't want to say it. So she said she told Z that young Papi was going to tell her. But later, as he was like, you're going to tell me something. The young puppy said, okay, I'll tell you, but not now. He said, tell me now. But later, this was actually putting us in a shit, though. These people, I don't understand. You're putting on another guy's shirt, you're motioning with another guy, and you're getting angry at what Papi is doing. And Papi is not even loyal to you. So that was how they decided to do one thing, story, and a kind of make-up story, but there should be an atom of truth in that story, or where some part of the story may be truth. Okay, so I when Z left, young puppy went to Lerato, and Lerato was like, "We can just make up anything. You can just make up." And said, Isn't she gorgeous?" I don't know who young puppy was referring to, whether it was Z or Lima. So before they started their whole next thing, the whole thing came out and Z became so angry. Though before then, Z had a conversation with young Papi. Okay, this thing on my screen was when they had that conversation. She was just telling young Papi about his attitude lately and all that, and how young Papi told her that she, Z, has a flaw, but he's not going to tell her about the flaw and all that. But I said, Z, why can't you open your eyes? You're friends with Papi and Willie, but you were not saved. And Papi couldn't convince Willie. At least he had the chance to whisper to Willie, save Z, if he was really that into you. And the day young Papi had conversation with Liema, they were just talking, and Liema asked her that what's up with G and Z. He said they care, they are friends, they care about each other. That was when young Papi started asking Liema about Jareed, if she loves Jareed, if she thinks Jareed loves her, and all that. And that was the rest of the conversation. So now, after yesterday, Z has been acting somehow, Z has been behaving somehow, and Lema on her own is not happy. In fact, she was like telling Papi, you would have just kept quiet. Like this whole thing, she doesn't know how you keep, because it was a mistake. They were drunk, and it never happened again. But at the time, Lema was like, she doesn't care about Jared. That was when Ghost and Makeke were like, she doesn't care about Jared, that she has kissed some guys in the house. And that was when Papa Ghost was like, even Makeke, yes, yeah, she's a good Ghost was now like trying to, I don't know whether he wants to have his own taste. And you guys needed to see how Lema rushed to In fact, this housemate. So here was how the whole thing started yesterday. And you guys know in the pool party, Liema was just listening to Mpumi and Jerry's conversation. After we Jerry had to go to Liema to explain things to her. And I said, God, this whole thing is just draining. This whole thing is draining. So why is Z angry? That's what I'm asking. Because in the first week, guys, Z Z liked Jared. Okay. In the first week, Z was with Jared. Not that they were dating, but they were just, they just made friends. Because I could remember after the truth or dare, Jared and Liema started off something, and both of them began to plan how when Jared said he's going to be looked at as a bad person or as a villain, and Liema was like, "You can't do it." That's why I keep saying they played the script, but along the line, they caught feelings and other things ensued. So one time, Z was with Jared, and she was telling Jared, "I miss us." Then Jared was like, they got me on chokehold, bro. Z was like, she doesn't like that. Jared said, why? Then Z was like, we're supposed to, you're supposed to spend time with us. So, like, in that house, there are so many things. And you guys saw the clip I showed you guys where that day was, I think, either wager tax or I think either wager head of us or one of the games. So after the games, Jared was with Lema on the front. Next thing, Lema, walked to the front. He left her and went to Z. And Z, tolerated that. Which means if Jared had given another thing, she would have still accepted it. So why does she feel so hot? When Lawrence asks, you guys said you're friends, and Papi has been saying a lot of things about you. Now, coming down to Liema, Mpumi, and Jared, of course, their own is already like
Can I please have
exhausting.
music notes? Sorry.
People are already getting tired. Viewers are already like, it's getting boring. So yesterday, Liema was telling Chiwenza that she has removed herself from that, blah blah blah. So when during the party that she was by the door listening to what they were saying, people were like, "So why are you still putting? Just forget about them." But it seems Jared has gotten to know that this was what happened between Papi and Liema. And Papi has been doing everything to like makes you happy and makes you understand. But now, Lerato, who said she's not going to like say anything about it, of course she did, and I know why she did, because the day young Papi and Lema were having the conversation, they were just lying down. That was when they were still in the garden on camp. Lerato was there. She was not asleep. I think I brought that into you guys when she just thought she was just listening to their conversation. Okay, maybe she feels something deeper is happening or something higher is happening, which I don't know, which I feel young Papi may like Lima or what. I don't know. Because a lot of guys in that house love her. It's just that Jared is there. They're just like waiting for Jared to move. Let them, you know, make an attempt. So now, today, today, this the tax, whatever. Then Big Brother told them they should be expecting a guest tomorrow. They're going to share themselves into groups. The ones that are going to the tour guide, the chef, and those that are going to like prepare, design the place, and decorate and all that. So they've just all been working on their jeans. I think it's part of the Lotto task today or what. Yeah. So they've just all been working, and so when Lema needs some things, she might just go to any table. Initially, she was on their table, on Jerry's table, but you guys need to see Jerry's attitude, Z's attitude towards her, and Z even called Lema a B. Oh, goodness me. So later, Jared, like the whole thing is just getting to him. He was seated somewhere, and Upumi came and met him and was telling him how she has tolerated, how she doesn't know if they can have a conversation again. Last, she said she removes herself. Meanwhile, Lema came there. Lema came to the place, and coming to the place was she came to ask Jared for something. She needed a musical note, and Jared couldn't really. He had to pass it over to Mpumi. It was Mpumi that actually did it, and Lema collected it and left. So Mpumi, after the whole thing, she said, she told Jared, I'm removing myself from this whole trial. I'm just like removing myself from this whole triangle. And let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. And since then, Jared has just been on his bed sleeping, like he's just tired. He's just tired. I don't know if I'm to say the spoiled his game. I don't know if I'm to say this whole thing just like messed his game up. I don't know what to say, but I just feel that Liema and Mpumi should just leave him alone. Since Mpumi has left the triangle, let's see whether Liema and Jareed will be back together and continue with what they have, and Jareed will stop his wandering eye. Or since Liema has said she's removing herself, whether she has finally removed herself, at least I think they need some space. They really need their time apart now. Everybody should focus on himself or herself. And as for Z don't really get too angry because he also switching between Zinaye and Papi. And to Papi, he keeps saying you're the friend. You guys are not. Z kept saying it today. Yeah, of course, I know we are not dating, but before that, you didn't tell me. So why are you taking it so far? You said you guys are not dating. Now you're angry. Is Lema the only person that Papi has done that today in the house? I'm not trying to justify Lema or what she has done. She's even remorseful, trying all her best to like speak to Z and all that. But I know because they didn't say it out, they didn't tell her, which some of them have not been doing. See how Z is feeling. Imagine Mpumi or imagine Liema with all these things Mpumi and Els are doing, and everybody just wanted to be okay. And imagine Z telling Jerry that time that she wants them back because he was with Liema, and the same Z was the one that told Mile to go and so in that house, please, they should, all of them are just gamers, and all of them are just, none of them is a saint from A to Z. So I don't just know, guys. Let's see how the whole thing plays out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.